According to TMZ, NFL star Stefon Diggs won't have to see a judge just yet because his arraignment in an assault case has been pushed back until after the NFL season. Damn. That already tells you what kind of time we're on. Now let's get into the facts before anybody starts screaming bias. Stefon Diggs, wide receiver for the New England Patriots, is currently facing an assault case. This isn't internet gossip. This isn't Twitter detectives. This is a real legal matter reported by TMZ, and the key update is simple but loaded. The court date has been postponed, not dismissed, not thrown out, just delayed. The judge agreed that Diggs will not have to appear in court until after the NFL season wraps up. The timing is the story. The NFL season is money season. It's when brands activate, jerseys sell, and franchises protect their investments. So when a court says, "We'll wait until after the season," what people hear is, "Go make your money first. We'll deal with the consequences later." And let's be real, this doesn't happen for warehouse workers, Uber drivers, or school teachers. This happens when you're a high-value asset in a billion-dollar industry. TMZ reports that the postponement was granted so Diggs can focus on football obligations. That's the official line. No guilt or innocence decided here. Everything remains alleged. But optics matter, and the optics are nasty. Because what message does that send to alleged victims? That justice has an off-season? That accountability can be rescheduled like a press conference? That's foul behavior, no matter how you slice it. And here's where people need to slow down and think critically. This postponement does not mean Stefon Diggs is cleared. It does not mean the case disappeared. It means it's sitting on ice while the league keeps rolling. But wait, there's more. This kind of delay often benefits one side more than the other. Time cools public outrage. Headlines move on. Fans forget. By the time court actually happens, the emotional temperature is way lower. Now let's talk about the league's quiet role in all of this. The NFL loves to say it takes personal conduct seriously, but history tells a different story. If you're producing on the field, the system suddenly becomes very flexible. Suspensions get delayed, investigations drag, press releases say a whole lot of nothing, and the player keeps suiting up on Sundays like nothing happened. That's not justice, that's damage control. From a psychological standpoint, this breeds entitlement. When consequences are delayed long enough, people start believing they're untouchable. That's how you get reckless behavior escalating instead of stopping. Because why self-correct when the system keeps cushioning your fall? A logical, disciplined man tightens up when trouble hits. A delusional one assumes the machine will always save him. And let's be clear, none of this is a conviction. Everything is alleged, but accountability isn't just about verdicts. It's about process, showing up, facing things head on. When court dates get treated like optional side quests, it erodes trust in the whole system, especially in a community that already feels like justice plays favorites. Zooming out, this story matters because it reflects a larger sickness in celebrity culture. We've normalized the idea that talent excuses behavior and success delays consequences. Young men watching this are learning the wrong lesson, that status is a shield, that if you're important enough, rules become suggestions. And that mindset is destroying relationships, leadership, and community trust from the inside out. So as this case sits on pause until after the season, the real question isn't just what happens in court. The question is why we keep accepting a system where accountability is optional for the elite. Now let's talk about the part people don't want to say out loud. This delay is a luxury, plain and simple. And when you start stacking up cases across sports and entertainment, you see a very clear pattern. The justice system moves differently when there's money on the line. When a player is mid-season, mid-contract, mid-brand deal, suddenly the courts find reasonable accommodations. That's not accidental. That's structural favoritism baked into the system. Ask yourself this: if Stefon Diggs was a practice squad guy fighting for a roster spot, would the court have waited? Be honest, if this was a regular dude with no helmet, no endorsement deals, no franchise depending on his performance, would the judge say, "Yeah, go handle your job first, we'll circle back later"? Absolutely not. And that's why people are side-eyeing this whole situation. But wait, there's more. These delays don't just protect the athlete, they protect the league, because a courtroom appearance during the season creates headlines the NFL hates. Mugshots, testimony, cross-examinations, that messes up the brand. So pushing it back is a clean PR move. Let the fans focus on touchdowns, not transcripts. Let Sunday football distract everyone from Monday morning court filings. And this is where the fans get played. People start defending the delay like it's fairness, like it's neutrality. Innocent until proven guilty, they say. And that's true legally, but process still matters. Showing up still matters. Facing allegations in real time still matters. Accountability delayed is accountability diluted, and everybody knows it. From a cultural standpoint, this feeds into a bigger issue we keep seeing with high-profile men: avoidance, delay, deflection. Instead of confronting problems head-on, the strategy becomes stall, lawyer up, and let time do the cleanup. A high-value man handles business immediately. A reckless one hides behind systems designed to protect him. And let's talk about the alleged victim for a second, because they always get lost in these conversations. Imagine being told, "Your case matters, just not right now." Imagine having to wait months while the person you accused is celebrated on TV every week. That does something to people psychologically. It sends a message about whose pain is prioritized and whose isn't. This is also why trust in institutions is collapsing. Courts, leagues, corporations, they keep proving that consequences are negotiable if you're valuable enough. And then they're shocked when people stop believing in fairness altogether. You can't preach integrity and then practice convenience. For the NFL, this is a long-term problem. Every time they kick the can down the road, they reinforce the narrative that football comes before morality, before accountability, before basic decency. And eventually, that bill comes due. It always does. Fans burn out, sponsors get nervous, and the league looks like it never learns. So here's the broader lesson. Success without accountability creates monsters. When people are shielded from consequences long enough, behavior escalates. That's not just sports. That's relationships, leadership, and community dynamics across the board. We're watching the same cycle repeat because nobody wants to break it. So now, I want to hear from you. Do you think postponing Stefon Diggs' arraignment until after the season is reasonable? Or is it another example of celebrity privilege running wild? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because the conversation matters. And if you're rocking with this kind of real, unfiltered breakdown of culture, power, and accountability, be sure to subscribe. It's Gossip Culture back at it again.